Jimmy Carr has sparked outrage and has been branded rude by This Morning viewers after he continuously interrupted Chef Clodagh McKenna's cooking segment on Friday's show. The comedian was due to chat with hosts Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary, but before his segment, he watched the Irish chef and author in the kitchen and couldn't help but make a series of quips. As Clodagh tended to a chicken carcass, she recommended viewers to set in a saucepan. She introduced 3 ways of cooking one single chicken, but Jimmy interjected, "What? Have you not got a bin?" Smiling, Clodagh kept her composure as she tried to get on with her segment, but Jimmy's interruptions continued. "Pop it in the bin. It's gone. The chicken is gone," he insisted, speaking over Clodagh. Jimmy proceeded to mock the chef and talk over her as she boasted about the flavor of a chicken broth she'd made. He jibed, "Wait until she finds out about stock cubes." After she had finished cooking, Jimmy joined Alison and Dermot as they tasted the vegetable and chicken dish, but the comedian took his quips to another level as he criticized Clodagh's dish by suggesting it lacked chicken. Although Clodagh reacted with a grin and a polite laugh, Dermot wrapped a protective arm around her, seemingly comforting her. However, off-screen, viewers didn't hold back as they brutally slammed Jimmy Carr on X. One disgusted person wrote, Jimmy Carr next. Switching off as he is obnoxious and proved it by having no respect to Clodagh's segment. While another penned, "Jimmy Carr, what an absolute A to Clodagh." A third viewer chimed in, "I doubt Jimmy would appreciate it if Clodagh joined his segment and started loudly interrupting and undermining everything he said." Another angry viewer then echoed, "Jimmy Carr being an A during this cooking segment on This Morning. STFU Jimmy. You're not funny and just look well pathetic. It's not always about you." And one fan empathized with the chef, "If I was Clodagh, I would butt in on Jimmy Carr's segment and throw broccoli at him. The rude G." While another concluded, "Clodagh sounds really pee off at Jimmy Carr and who could blame her." Clodagh, though, took to Instagram after the show and posed for a sweet selfie with Alison and Dermot, writing, "1 chicken, 3 recipes, 1 Jimmy Carr, I'm officially ready for the weekend." But despite the mention, noticeably absent from the pic was Jimmy Carr. No surprise there. Fans quickly took to the comments to say Clodagh was amazing despite the rude interference throughout her segment. "Well done on biting your tongue with the rudeness of Jimmy Carr," and the hosts clearly were mortified. One fan wrote, "You were amazing, Clodagh, under extreme interference. Jimmy Carr was incredibly rude to you, and Dermot and Alison clearly felt awkward. It's such a shame that the producers didn't get them to remove him from there or at least point out he was being rude and ruining your item." Another fan wrote. And the Jimmy jibes kept on coming, with one person writing, "Jimmy Carr was funny, wasn't he? Not. Felt so sorry for you. Jimmy Carr was just rude and not at all funny." Penned another. "And Jimmy Carr was so rude to you, see. You were fab, thank you so much." And there was other drama on This Morning when the show was cut off as Alison Hammond's on-air health issues sparked concern. Dermot O'Leary appeared worried for his co-star as she struggled to breathe, leaving the show forced to cut away from the studio. Dancing around to Katy Perry's hit last Friday night, Dermot and Alison were showing off their best dance moves as they introduced the show and hyped up the audience. The lights flashed and the music boomed as the co-hosts were in great spirits. But once the music stopped, Alison tried to carry on hosting as normal while clearly out of breath. The 49-year-old held on to Dermot for support. She then addressed it with laughter as she said, "I'm so out of breath. I'm so unfit." But Alison then started to make worrying wheezing noises as Dermot warned her, "Take a minute." He held onto her shoulders and turned to face her as she put her hand up to her face. Alison then remained quiet as Dermot continued to introduce what was coming up on the show and the image cut to previews. After a few minutes the camera returned to the presenters, and Alison seemed to have finally regained her composure. Perhaps Alison's extracurricular activities with her model Massa boyfriend have been taking their toll on her health. Who knows? But she has recently broken her silence on her new 6'10" Beau. And revealed he has her son Aiden's seal of approval. The This Morning presenter has been secretly dating Russian David Puckman, who is 23 years her junior for months, but they went public with their romance just weeks ago. Now she has spoken about the model and dancer for the first time. Rob Beckett and Josh Widdicombe grilled her on their Parenting Hell podcast, and asked, "Are you single, Alison?" And she gushed coyly, "No. I'm not single. I'm dating. I'm dating." The lads ask about how dating works as a single parent now Aiden is an adult. At 19, Aiden is surprisingly just a few years younger than new Beau David, who is 26. Alison said, "It's more difficult. He is more verbal now that he is older. He'll want to know who this person is and he'll want to meet them. It's a lot harder. He'll want to know that this guy is treating me well. The person who I am seeing at the moment, he is on his Instagram and is like, yeah, I like him. He's not too in your face. Aiden is on it." Alison went on to discuss the first time the two men in her life met. She said, when they actually met, he really liked him. He really thought he was lovely, so that's nice. Thank goodness for that. Because normally Aiden hates anybody I date. Literally just not interested. And you just know at that point, if Aiden doesn't like them, this isn't gonna work. There are moments where I think, who's the parent here? It's nice though because I always feel like there's someone there looking over me, protecting me. Alison apparently first met new boyfriend David when she booked in for a massage. David studied as a body therapist offering classic lymphatic drainage, anti-cellulite wraps and facial massage, and his services are still advertised on a Russian website. But Alison's friends have previously spoken out about their concern at the age gap between the pair, with one friend saying, "On the television Alison is bubbly. She has this larger-than-life persona, but behind all of that she is a single mum who gets lonely at times. She has wanted to settle down for many years now and she has had several boyfriends but none of them have worked out. Some have been a little questionable. You could say she is fairly vulnerable when looking for love. Those who are close to her fear that she will be taken advantage of. She has so much to give. She is now rich and pretty famous and that is a worry for her friends. Obviously alarm bells go off when there is a 20-year age gap, and there is someone involved who is rich. It is surely natural that there would be some concern. However, in our opinion at 49 years old, Alison Hammond should by now be quite capable of making her own decisions. Whether dating a 26-year-old Russian model is the right one, remains to be seen. As they say, watch this space. Check out our channel for more journeys through the blinker hole, and keep up to date with the latest news and entertainment straight to your device, for free. No membership fees, no merchandise and no links. Just sit back and enjoy, for entertainment purposes only.